Alright, what's up, Gold Freaks? I knew you guys were going to show up today. Where are we? We're at a private spot here. I can't disclose the location, unfortunately, but we're in a gold producing area on a private brook. Alright, and if you watched one of my other videos, I explained where two gold-bearing brooks meet together. I am up where that feeder was dumping into the main brook now, and the reason that I'm up here is because that day that I got the 7 pickers, half of them were smooth and like pumpkin seeds, and the others were rough and coarse, and they were dark with iron staining. I know that right up along here, there's an iron vein that's hosting gold that runs right through this river. It's up on private land that we can't go on, but when I found those good pickers last 2 weekends ago, okay, once I got down to the deep spot, I found some of this ironstone. This is the iron vein, okay? Now, see this material here? This material is actually, it's made up of river gravel, okay? It's just really hard, cemented together river gravels. And it's hosting gold, okay? So, I found that when I found the pickers. Now, I just came across this again. Now, this piece of quartz here, too. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on the camera. But right here. I don't think it's going to zoom in, of course. Anyway, there's a piece of gold on that quartz, okay? So, what we're doing here is we're working bedrock. So we got some bedrock scratching tools. This rock here, this is bedrock. That's the bedrock that's running through here. A little further up, on the right up there, one of my videos from a long time ago, I got 3 grams in 3 hours panning. I got pushed out before a big storm. That was right up there. We're going to take a walk up there in a second. But I just want to give you a quick view while the material's clearing out. I figured I'd come in and take a peek in the hole now that the hole has cleared out a little bit and there's not as much silt in the water, because I'm getting some really good clay material. I'm right down on top of the bedrock, just about. So we're going to take a look in the scope. The scope, I mean. See the difference here? You can't see under the water right there. But if you put this down, you can see. Alright? So now once I get down to the bedrock, I'll be able to take a look and see if there's any nuggets sitting down on the bedrock. Alright, this is bedrock here too. So what this is, right here, this is bedrock too. There's a pocket that goes down like this. There's a big hole. The bedrock's outcropping again right there. It's outcropping right here at my feet. So this material right here is all sitting in a little pocket. And I just got a bucket out and started running it, and it is clay-rich stuff, which is usually a good sign up here. When you get down to that clay, that's where the gold is. It's kind of the only way to really describe it is like a puppy shit. Puppy poop, sorry. Oop. Puppy poop. Sorry, kids, if you're watching this, don't swear. Sometimes gold mining will make a bad boy out of you. So, anyway, it's kind of like a smushy clay, really light texture, like puppy poop. So, if you see right here, it's all covered up in leaves now, but this is that pocket. Ooh, there's a trout right there swimming. Probably can't see him. But right here, there's a ledge and a pocket like this. Right here in this hole, I got 3 grams of gold. And I had trenched this out and got down to clean the bedrock out. All these big rocks are in the way. And a big storm came through, and it washed everything out. But I bet you there's still gold locked up in all this here. Alright, so it's a really good spot. I know from another video of another guy, he got a ½ ounce of gold right out of this middle here. I'll explain to you what's going on here. There's a gold vein up there, obviously. We got glacial gold here anyway. So there's already glacial gold. Then there's a hard rock deposit of gold up here coming in. There's a bend here, comes around the corner, it hits this. There's a lot of turbulence. It spins the water and shoots all this stuff. See where these big rocks are? This is the bit and main pay streak right down this middle. But it actually veers off and goes that way, and then it cuts back. But little small streams like this, you can't really always go by the normal rule of thumb on inside corners and whatnot, because that's not always the case. It's kind of thrown all over the place in these small ones. It's just that there is going to be a concentration of gold where it'll be better gold, but it's kind of strewn all over the place. So I know he shouldn't have really been doing it, but he was digging into the bank here, a guy that I dug with over the summer. It's actually not the bank. The bank is up there. This was actually part of the river not long ago. The hurricane switched it over, so if you look in here, there's all river gravels all jammed in there. Alright, this is actually the old riverbed. I actually have a picture from the 1800s. There was a long tom set up all the way up this river, a guy every 10 feet shoveling into it. There's a picture. The river used to be all the way up here. This was all dug down to bedrock. If you go up this river, this stretch right here is the only part that is exposed bedrock. It was heavily worked, and it's because I think there's another vein running through here, and they were getting some big coarse nuggets out of here. So that's what we're doing today. We're hunting for nuggets. We're scratching bedrock and hopefully getting some good nuggets, because if you watch my other videos, my last video, that test bucket that I took home was out of that hole right there. And it's right in line with where I got the 3 grams in that pocket. And this pocket here is bigger, and I already got a nice picker, and I wasn't even anywhere near the bedrock, and I wasn't even getting that much clay. So unfortunately there's not too much water flow, so I have to set up down here. There's another good spot here. I know somebody's already worked this, but there's no way they got it all out. See how the bedrock's really, it's real pointy. I don't know if you can tell. See how it's really pointy and jagged like that? And these little pockets right here, like this one here, this still has a lot of material in it. You know, it could be tailings, or it could be fresh stuff. And like, see these little cracks? No one's got in those. You know, even all the people that have been down here, there's a few other people that are allowed on this spot, and I know they've worked it pretty hard, but they don't do stuff like this. I mean, look at that's still got gravel in it. See it all in here? So I mean, I'll probably come down and scratch this stuff out too. See if I can find anything. You never know. You know, someday come down and really work on these cracks. Because there's a lot of stuff still jammed in here. Well, let's go down. We'll take a look. See how it's running. See if we got anything to look at. Not really the easiest access here. Rock's kind of slippery. I don't see anything, but it's probably all hiding underneath that maggot trap. And berries down in these ripples too. See, there's a big build up here of all black sands with a big black sand eddy here. So, alright. I'm gonna run as much material as I can. There's some bad weather coming in tonight. I'm kind of pushing the envelope here. I'm up here by myself, and there's bears everywhere, and the weather's coming in tonight, and it's gonna be in the 30s. So, it's gonna be a rough night. So I'll bring it back on. I'm gonna be setting up a little further up at a campsite and doing some pan into the concentrates, and I'll bring it back on later, guys. Alright, please like, subscribe, and share. The Niner Miner wants to see you again at my next trip, which will be tomorrow. So I hope to see you. And there's not too much trash around this one because I've already picked up pretty good. If you look around, there is no trash. Alright, see you later, guys.